Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in Montana for one of those other videos that I was talking to you guys about. This one just so happened to be right before Solisto and I joined up as a team. Literally my very last match before Solisto and I joined up to play a few hours. This happened. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this match was crazy. And crazy for all the good reasons for me, because we make all of the right plays in this particular game. You know, sometimes you say, oh, Spartan, you know, you could have done this better, you could have done that better. In this case, I think I make all the right decisions at the right times, and it's going to show. It really is. And it's not going to be like, I'm not tooting my own horn here. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. Y'all know better than that. Anybody who's ever watched my live streams know I mess up plenty. I try to call out my own mistakes as much as possible. I give you guys teaching moments as best I can. But this one, in particular, just ended up going my way. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. But we're going to try right off the bat. We're taking a huge risk here. We're going full broadside in front of the B cap. We got spawned middle of the map in shards. Now, I look at the map, and the first thing I notice, there's two battleships down to the bottom. There's one battleship up to the top with two cruisers up top, and I got a destroyer who hasn't actually spawned in yet. So I decided I'm going to go join the left side, try to help this side win the match, but notice I'm turning way out. I'm assuming I'm about to be spotted at any moment, so I don't just sail in a straight line and wait to be spotted and shot where I wouldn't have a chance to angle. I angle immediately to make sure that I'm not going to get blapped if I do get shot at. So right off the bat, we see a Baltimore out here, and I'm not going to lie, this Baltimore is going to, he's going to do something smart. He starts getting shot at, and he immediately turns away. I try to anticipate where he's going to be, but, I mean, when you're shooting at these kinds of ranges, you're just hoping that you catch the guy. And we do hit him with a couple shells, but it's over pins, it's inconsequential at the end of the day. He gets away for now. But we're going to go ahead and swing around this island and head towards that Charlie cap. Knowing that there's a Bolty there, knowing that Brandenburg is headed over towards the Alpha cap, knowing that there's a destroyer in the Bravo cap, and you can see the Ami spawn mid too. So we can see how this match is shaping up. And I recognize very early on that we have to push this side. We need to win this side as quickly as possible. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I am going to wrap around this island, go straight into the Charlie cap, and whatever's in front of me, I'm going to remove as quickly as possible. Now you'll notice that my other battleship is a key over here, and there is also a couple of cruisers. I want to say one is a Cleveland and one is something else. Maybe they're both Clevelands. I'm not sure. But there's two cruisers on our side over here, and there are actually two enemy cruisers over here as well. So we have to be very careful here. Now you can see Hipper gets spotted, Baltu gets spotted, and that seems to be the only things over here at the moment. Well, rather than chase these guys around the outside of the map, I need to make a play. Now, I do go ahead and start preparing to get into a shot at these guys. Obviously, they're not going to know that I'm here yet, so now is the perfect opportunity to potentially catch these guys. I've got auto-aim lined up. We go ahead, we take the shot. Now this, I'm not going to lie, look at that accuracy, man. He turns out at the last possible second and gets very lucky that he didn't continue in a straight line, because that was begging for it. Now, obviously, Balti is here as well, so we're going to get ready to potentially slap him around, if we can. But we need to start getting ready to turn into the center of the cap, so that we can start getting that base cap. Now, you can see Balti's broadside to our cruisers. He's also taken some hits, probably from our key. He's not had a good time. And then the Roma shows up, and it's like, oh, there is a third person over here after all. So, yeah, we have bigger fish to fry. These cruisers can be held, or can be taken on by the two cruisers and a battleship on my left. So, I'm going to try to focus this Roma. Now, if you know the Roma, you know that it is very easily taken out if it goes broadside. Almost as easily as any Russian battleship. The Roma is very, very squishy when it's broadside. And this guy gets predictable. He fires his guns and then immediately swings out to get his rear guns involved, and you don't get to make that mistake twice. Well, I say that as he survives. I could have swore that was a death strike. But he shouldn't make that mistake again, right? Like, he just realized that he got caught. But now he's just making a beeline for this island, and guess what? I hate to say it, but you are broadside to a Montana that just half-healthed you in the first shot, and now you got nowhere to go. So we wait for him to touch the island, we aim for the bounce off and reverse, and that would have been a dev strike regardless. And he goes down. 3 citadels, he gone, as T-Bull would say. So we get rid of him in short order. We're going to move into the Charlie Cap, start rotating our guns to the left side of the ship, because we got the Balti and we got the Hipper over there. Now, Balti, I think, already died, so that just leaves this Hipper. Now, the Hipper is in a position where he can ambush anything that comes around the island. Remember, Hipper has, I think, 6 torpedoes per side, if I'm remembering that correctly. It also has turtleback armor, meaning it usually survives whatever shoots it initially and gets those torpedoes away. Now, what the Hipper isn't counting on is a Montana rolling up the backside and going, "Hello, sunshine. Wait for it." Yeah. I just, you know, little foreshadowing for you. You ready? Here it comes. And... hello, sunshine. Wait for it. And... pow! Dropping the bomb. 2 nasty salvos in a row. Technically, 3 nasty salvos in a row. We hit the Roma for 2/3 of his health the first time. We finished him off with the second one. And then we hit that Hipper for over half his hit points. Yeah. Don't go broadside to a Montana in anything. Doesn't matter what you're in, it's going to hurt a lot. And if you survive, it's just going to do it again here in a moment. So, keep that in mind. Montana's nasty, man. That accuracy, second to none at Legendary tier. It's just, there's no comparing it at Legendary tier. The guns, they're just Iowa guns. You get 12 of them rather than 9 of them. But so freaking accurate. It's literally an Iowa with Kansas accuracy. And Kansas is stupid accurate at tier 7 now. If you guys know, I hark the crap out of these guys. I praise them so much. I love the Kansas and the Montana for their accuracy. You guys know a big thing for me is consistency. I like to know what's going to happen when I pull the trigger. And these ships just deliver time and time and time again. You give them a broadside or you over-angle, they will slap you. You bow tank, we're going to slap your superstructure for 22 to 25,000 damage. And then, when you realize that bow tanking isn't working, then you make a stupid mistake of going broadside, then we blap you again. We'll hold you long enough for you to make a mistake, and then we'll come out and we'll capitalize on that mistake. That's what the Montana is all about. Montana, Kansas, very nasty. But yeah. So we've already got 114,000. We got a solo cap also. We've got a depth strike. We're going to go ahead and start opening fire on the Brandenburg. Again, first shots are usually, you know, just kind of a feelers. You're not sure exactly what you're going to get out of it, but you take the shot because you got to take something, right? And that's when the Mogami gets spotted. And I'm like, okay, he's at basically max range. It's going to be difficult to hit him. And you can see this guy is most likely running that... oh, what do you call it? That perk where you get notified when somebody's looking at you. I think he's running that because this guy should have no idea that this is coming. And it's over the backside of an island. Sure, we get detected, but what are the odds that he's actually paying attention to us? But we only get 1 full penetration on him. I'm not going to lie. I was a little salty right there. I'm like, no. There's no way we missed that shot, but clearly we did. I'm assuming he slowed down or turned out or something, only took 1. But that's the problem with shooting at cruisers at these kinds of ranges. Like, they can easily dodge if they're paying attention. But that being said, I mean, you can only play around for so long. If you're not paying attention, Montana will remove you, as we've already seen. Now, Yami's coming back out. The Brandenburg's shooting at us. We take a shot. We get another full penetration. Again, showcasing the Mogami's paying attention. He, once again, turns out, only takes a single shell. I don't even think it did any damage that time. I think we may have hit a gun or something and got a full pen, but no actual damage. You can see I'm staying angled as best I can, so the Brandenburg has resorted to shooting HE at us. We're going to go ahead and return fire with AP and see if we can't slap him. He is over-angled currently, and he can't angle against everybody. And we absolutely punish him with 8 full penetrations and 3 overpins. That's 11 out of 12 shells hit that target at 15 kilometers. Tell me again how this thing can't compete at legendary tier. I know technically Brandenburg isn't a legendary, but seriously, with this accuracy, you can compete at any tier. All you got to do is work for the crossfires. Now you can see we're starting to get HE spam coming from a Baltimore over there across the map, as well as the enemy Mogami. And we once again just showing the accuracy of this ship, punching that Brandenburg, taking him all the way down to basically nothing. Now we've done a very good job of holding on to our hit points up to this point. And you can see, I see this Yami here and I'm like, okay, well, if we can't finish the Brandenburg, I guess we take a shot at this Yami. But we can't really hit him at the moment. He's behind this stupid island. So I gotta wait. So you can see I'm adjusting my aim. I'm waiting for the opportunity. And the moment I take the shot, it says that we can't make it. But most of the shells do clear. And we get a very good result out of it. I say, as we only hit him for 4,300 damage. I know. I know. It's fine. We'll be okay. But Brandenburg once again pops back up. I know Brandenburg can be nasty, but it looks like he may go down here. So no reason for me to finish him off if he's going to go down. Now Yami, he's sailing away from us, so we can't really do a whole lot there. We might shoot a superstructure. And you can see I'm still looking at the Brandenburg, waiting for somebody to finish him. I go ahead and give the Brandenburg the front guns. Start looking at potentially shooting rear guns at the Yami, and you can see I just don't have a shot yet because of that island. We do get the kill on the Brandenburg, and we're going to continue to move. Now, we got 167,000 damage, 3 kills. We've already got a high cal, and we're getting all the guns loaded because I'm anticipating 2 cruisers at any moment. We've got a Balti somewhere around here that was last spotted coming directly at me, and that won't end well for him. Now, he does realize that he's in trouble a little late. He comes away from the island, tries to run away, but it's too late, Sunshine. As soon as I clear this corner, you're a goner. He doesn't even have half his hit points left. He's literally got a third of his hit points, and yeah. You don't even need to show that much broadside to me, and I would have killed you. And that was just a guarantee. But Mogami comes around the corner, and he's like, you know what? I've seen what you did to Balti. I'm not a fan. Now, I'm immediately thinking, okay, torpedoes. Mogami's 6.5 kilometers away. He's firing, kiting away. He can easily launch torpedoes off both sides of his ship, and I'm anticipating torpedoes coming at me at any time. So we're trying to aim our shells true. We're going for superstructure slash, butt penetrations here, and we get a very good result. 12,000 damage, picking up our high caliber in the process. Now we are on the hunt for the Kraken here. We got 4 kills, 196,000 damage done. We've done all the things that the teams needed us to do, and we secured a cap in the process. So we've done everything that you could ever ask of a battleship. Like, literally everything. Most battleships don't even enter a cap at any point during the match, but not me. I like to finish things off. And speaking of finishing them off, yeah, that's done. And that is the Kraken. We just nailed it. 200,000 damage, breaking it open right there at the end of the match. 5 kills, 7 citadels, a base cap, Confederate high cal, all the things. But we're not done yet. There's still a Yami out there who's got a little bit of hit points. And if I had to guess, he's probably got a superstructure that isn't saturated yet. So there's a chance that I might pick up a 6-pack here. So we're going to try to turn in towards him, get close enough to potentially fire at him. He is turning to bow tank us potentially, which I don't know exactly why. It looks like he's going to just try to go in front of that island, which could result in his immediate removal, as we see lots of torpedoes heading in his direction. And he's not going to see them until it's a little too late. But we go ahead, fire the front guns. Again, we're looking for superstructure potential, and just to try to basically pad our stats at this point. We're not expecting anything big, and you can see we do land a couple of hits into the superstructure. 1 full pin into one of the gun turrets. He does take a nasty torpedo there, which is what we expected, and then he turns to try to avoid the torp and goes even more angled to our teammates, which means he's just begging for it at this point. He's not long for this world. When we go ahead, we take another shot and see if we can hit that superstructure one more time, get a little bit more damage out of this, and we do. We get another freaking overpin for 1441, but those torpedoes look pretty solid, and he actually burns to death by the Shima before he eats those torps. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. This was a fun match. Really did end up going about as perfectly for me as it could have went. I mean, everybody just went broadside. 203,000 damage, top of the leaderboard, 3,500 base XP in a battleship. Let's go. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.